This VCalc formula will tell you some information related to the total weight of the grid of rebar in a concrete slab. It has some basic assumptions that it lets you also enter into your calculations. Starting with the length of your slab, the length and the width, assuming it's in a rectangular slab. So you could say my slab is 24 feet. If you want to change your units, you click on here and say, no, it's yards or meters or whatever, but for the time being, we'll leave it at feet. And we'll say the slab width is 30 feet. And now there's some things that it automatically calculated for me. One is it has a on-center spacing. So if you look at the diagram, that's the on-center spacing between the different courses. Fairly standard is 18 inches, but you can override that. You can put whatever parameters you wish. And then the second thing to note is the inset from the edge of the slab. That is this distance here between the edge of the slab and where the grid actually starts. Typically, they don't put the rebar at the very edge. Now, you can also go in and do some other things. One is you could say, I want to know the weight based upon its gauge. So right now, I think the default gauge was 2, which is a very lightweight gauge rebar. But you can pick all the way up to the largest industrial grade, so like 18 gauge rebar, and it will tell you how much that weight is, in this case in pounds. Then you can click on the units here and convert that and say how many tons is that. So it's 6.7 tons. So that really gives you some sense on the difference in weight. You also have the choice of saying, I want to know the length of that rebar. So instead of doing the calculation for the weight, it'll tell you that you're going to need 995 feet long of rebar in order to create that grid. And again, you can also change the units here to meters, etc. Okay, hope this is helpful. Do know that there is a full calculator. If you click on the calculator button here, it'll take you to a calculator dedicated to not just this, where it has this function that we just did, total rebar weight, but also it has the volume of concrete in the slab, the area, and other parameters associated with concrete construction as well.